This will be episode 171, cycle 2896 and onward. Oh, I will say this, it does feel good to be back. The event normally takes about 4 hours to complete in total if you have to do the tutorial. Probably you can do it in an hour. If you're farming everything, you can probably complete the entire thing faster than that. Make it sound like a law. Being stuck in space. Well, of course. I have been here for 3 years almost. The anniversary of the Rad New Worlds update was in October. And that was when we solidified what we were going to do in this playthrough. And we've been playing this exact save since March, I think it's 24th? Yeah. This single playthrough has 1,400 hours in it. Yes, you can repeat the heck bug. The heck bugs spawn inside of the Geode Underground, so you just run around and collect them. I've been streaming here on Twitch for 6 years. I've been a affiliate for 5, actually. Affiliate anniversary was in September? November. Yeah, this entire playthrough has over 1,000 hours in it. Once the playthrough is complete, I was, if I didn't have a shitload of commissions to have to deal with, during December, we would have been done. And I would have had the time-lapse out for New Year's. I was trying to get it out for Christmas, but then I got slapped with 4 commissions, and then 2 more right at the end. So I was just buried in Blender the entire time. Which, it was good. I'm okay with that, but it was one of those, we didn't get ONI done. And I wanted to start a new playthrough for this year, but obviously we gotta continue until we get it all finished. Right now, it's mostly waiting because we got the big one done. There's 3 technically completion periods, and actually not included on the achievement front, that those 3 main objectives, if you complete all 3, it takes a while. I think the big one for us, though, was the, oh man. I would say it's obviously, GMOK is going to take a while. Thankfully, it's not impossible, and it's just tedious. But the other one was Mind the Gap. Mind the Gap was the worst achievement in this game. And yes, it was modeling. 2 of which was rigging, but the emergency fixes were at the end of the year, where rigging for a VTuber model that needed work for the actual New Year's that they were doing. And then the other one was a VTuber model got a new model that they wanted done, and I had to fix up the rigging on the arms because in Live 2D it broke. So when they when they exported it and brought it into VCFace, it exploded. So both of those were relatively easy fixes. It was just mostly time consuming, more so than hard. So that was the 2 issues. Yes, welcome to the base. For anyone that is new, gonna let everything spool up. We're currently rocking with 42 duplicates, all taken from chat, subscribers and followers. I just gotta let the game slowly catch up. Sadly, I do not, because a lot of my work I can't actually show off, because it's either, I could talk about it, because it's not under NDA, but the other stuff is oh yeah, you have someone else's work that you need to work off of to fix up the rig. And it's okay, cool, so I can show you the armature that I did and all of the weight painting. But that's all that I did in that model, because I'm always the emergency guy. Very rarely do I get to model something from scratch. Because it's always, oh, clunkers, it's on fire, I need help. And then it's just, okay. It's not that I only do rigging. A lot of the times I have to do a lot of fixes where I make the extra parts, but it's always on someone else's model. I haven't been able to work on a personal model in a long time, besides the stuff that you see here on stream. Everything you see on stream is me. Everything here I've made myself. Emotes, etc. That's the best portfolio I can possibly give you on that front, but it's one of those. I've only done one, like, let me think about this. I have done 7 total VTuber models in Live 2D. I have worked on at least 34, like, actual 3D models. 2 of which I have made myself. And even then, they were made specifically for another person that was, well, let's just say they paid a lot. And I'm okay with that. But it was one of those things where they're like, okay, cool, yeah, we want that. And it's like, yep. Face. But yeah, when you're pretty much purely dictated to do like emergency commission work because you're the guy that fixes everything up, that's pretty much where you end up. I work with a group of artists that normally throw shit at me to make other stuff. So that's why I'm always listed as the guy that you go to when your shit's on fire. I really should make some bases. Like that's really the thing I probably need to do at some point this year. Is I need to make some bases. I need to shove some stuff into Sketchfab. There's a lot of little things that I need to do that would help with the portfolio. Just in general. Oh god, Oni. Oni is chugging like crazy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Fire in the background, this is fine, meme. It's more so fire in the background, and I'm the guy that gets called in with the fire hose. It's just like, God, this is the 3rd time this week you used the wrong fucking modifier. Yikes. Give me 1 second. Oni is running like shit. I know they just did a hotfix, but it shouldn't be this bad. What's going on? Yeah, no. Do they ever learn when dealing with Fiverr? Dear God. By the way, never get a commission from Fiverr. Just don't. I may, again, my sample size may be small because, again, I'm always the person that people come to fix up their shit. But a lot of the models I've ever had to fix up, they were either complete rebuilds or re-rigs from Fiverr. Don't buy a commission from there, please. If you're looking for a 3D modeler, look for somebody that you can actually find their shit for and go with them. Like, as I said, I don't even have a portfolio because all I've done is always fix other people's shit. And what little I do have, it's normally under the, well, this is their stuff and this is fine and I made it for them and they paid out enough money that it's just, oh, I'm not at liberty to show it off until they switch models. And that's that. Which is perfectly fine. But it's just, yeah. Why I normally don't, I don't really advertise that I do commissions here. I just say, yeah, I do commission work. That's it. And yeah, Oni is running like garbage right now. Let me try loading the other planets to see how they're doing. Why is Oni running like crap? Not a memory issue. It's not a CPU issue. Let me just pause it for a second. No, it's... Huh. I have no idea why Oni is randomly running like crap. It's not the critters. We've already tested that one. There's something bouncing around that I'm not seeing. Or, wait. Are there any space projectiles? They're mining, so they're not moving. I'm not delivering anything right now. Huh. No, we do have an active poke shell. Dupes, please grab that and move him there. There's no way it's the crab. What's your pathfinding anyway? The navigation. No, you literally can't go anywhere. Okay. ONI normally does not run this poor, so I'm kind of confused. If we go up a speed, it's not going to do anything, as you can tell. The performance is the exact same. I have no idea. Before we really get stuck in here, and check CPU processing. All of that is fine. OBS is fine. We're not even peaking. Not even close to peaking on any CPU. GPU? Nope. Memory? Nope. Memory is sitting at 63% usage. Ah. I have no idea what's causing the problem here. There's no way it's Discord, is it? Hold up. Let me actually just close Discord. Any performance increase. Ew. Now, OBS seems to be fine. Well, I can close Chrome real quick, and then I will run OBS off. Well, I'll run chat through OBS real quick. The other performance is there. A little bit of an improvement. Not much. A little bit. Okay, well, I guess we'll do it that way. Okay, guys. Well, I have you through OBS right now. So we're fine that way. That'll do. It's super weird, though. I wonder what's going on with Chrome. I was actually getting disconnected from chat there for a second. I think that might have been a Twitch issue. Oh, I was just on Chrome. Normally it's not that bad. Chrome was only using 2% of CPU usage, but for some reason it was fucking with it. Looks like that fixed it. That's super weird. 2% CPU usage. Huh. Memory usage is the same, so that didn't change. It's still sitting at around 65%. 63, 65, 67. Yeah, no, I have no idea. That was weird. I'm going to assume it was a Twitch issue, because Twitch was not connecting chat. I have you guys in OBS, so I can see you guys no problem, because it's technically threading it. Oh, yeah, that's super weird. I have no idea why it was doing that. Why was ONI being affected that much by just a single Chrome open? No tabs, no nothing. Huh. I have no idea. I do need to finish this, though. So, let's have our dupes do that real quick. Most of the innards of our little machine here need to be finished. How does it work through browser stuff? On OBS specifically, I am running a connection through Streamlabs. So technically speaking, I have you guys as a pop-out, so I can just see you through OBS. Because it's just directly transcribing everything anyway onto my other screen, you're perfectly good. And the only thing I use from Streamlabs is the chat widget and the alerts. Which, technically speaking, now that Twitch actually added alerts into Twitch itself, I could switch over to using those instead. Yeah. I have a little pop-out property window that's actually showing me the chat. So instead of showing it through OBS specifically, it's literally transcribing the text from Twitch through the widget and then putting it into the actual properties for chat. Yeah, only downside obviously is that can't use... Where is it? Can't do a stream marker unless I keep the actual Twitch app open completely. See how the performance takes a hit after this once it loads in. I just want to see if I can get the app to run better than what we were dealing with. Yeah. On Twitch I can add a stream marker so that way I can always add highlights later. It puts a giant yellow marker inside of the stream highlight in the VOD in case I need to add anything or add it to the channel for later. So it also allows me to do clips from that area, etc., etc. Yeah, no, even the app is making ONI run like shit. What the... Why are you doing this, ONI? Huh. I'm going to assume it's an ONI thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's an ONI issue. Because again, they just did a hotfix a little bit ago, and I was a little bit worried about it, but it seems like it might be causing more problems than it solved. Let's see. Printer pod. Excellent fruit, nails, pay, and a Nisbet. Nails came in with Iron Gut Pacifist Doctoring Cooking. Pay has Doctoring, Suit Wearing, Farming, Buff, Caregiver, Ludite. Building Impairment, Plant Murderer. Sorry, Nisbet. You're off the list. I think we're going to call in the Excellent Fruits. Let me do so on Chipotle real quick. And I need to shove this into the rocket real quick. That food can't spoil. Yeah, it's definitely rough. I don't know why it's causing such an issue right now. Well, I'll keep it closed for now. I can see what you guys type, so we have no problems there. Chat is safe. That's really all that matters. Game runs okay, and chat works. I know. Toilet warning. I'll come back and invest. Lower priorities here. What's up? Why are you confused? So this is a colony sim. This is one of the better ones that you can play on the market currently. Home base is here in Iredell. The Palin's there, Dripple is there, Butalion's here, and Brudiva's there. I also have Bridal, Ikellen, Siftalin, the Actwali, I think it is, Bernallen, and Beltrista. Each planetoid, based off of my requirements for completion of this playthrough, is we have to get every achievement we can, and we need a working hot tub with a colonist on every planet. That's the hard part. As of right now, we don't have that many. Most of the planets that we have primarily colonized have hot tubs. I still gotta actually fit one somewhere in here, because I want to put one in the middle. But main base is this one right here. Cooling loops is this. So this is all of our piping, liquids, and transfers. Power grid, primary spline is over here. So all of our energy is stored in the steam room and then reacquired through steam engines. Oh, steam turbines. So everything is recycled to the best of my abilities. Everything is self-contained. And all of the resources on all of my planets is mostly self-sufficient sourced. And the only kind of, well, I would say the luxury is mostly the fact that we have a lot of pips running around. There's a little trick you can do with nature reserves and recreation rooms and stable. Just leave the doors open and let whatever your dupes like pretty much out and about. I don't know why Oni is running like shit today, but oh well. We'll make do. It's functional enough. Right now we're currently mining resources. We did open the temporal tear. So we did that a little bit ago. That is charging up this little laser beam here and then opening the actual rift. And that is for completing submarine colony, the Great Escape. So send a duplicate on a one-way trip to the furthest star map destination, which is the temporal rift. I still need to bring back all of the archaeology items to complete the other big completion for finishing the entire playthrough. We need to get a gassy moo, which I don't want to touch yet because they are laggy as all hell. There's actually 2 achievements for them. Carnivore we couldn't get due to the map seed. We just got really screwed over at the beginning. And then they also, I love it because we finished that. We got past the point where we could fix it. And then the devs added in a creature, the Cuddle Pip, which could have solved the problem. It was like a month later. It's like, no, we were so close. I still need to do tune-up, which won't take long. Down the hatch is just hatching a metal hatch. Job sustainability is weirdly easy, because all you have to do is shove all your dupes into a suit and then don't let them out of the suits. And they only have to be in suits for 10 cycles. GMOK is the one I'm a little bit worried about, but Mind the Gap was the hardest one to obtain, time-wise. And Cluster Conquest is just putting dupes on every planet. And then the Teleporter also is the thing that will finish off the playthrough. That's our Great Escape target. Now, the bigger problem, obviously, is, as I said, I want a hot tub working on every planet. So I need to build a hot tub here. Most likely, it's going to go right here. That's my best guess. Ikellen actually have one. Tripola, I was going to put it here. Rudabo needs one at some point. I mostly need to get the temperatures up on this planet to livable ranges. Because the core base is relatively warm. Like, it's actually, 20C, 18C. And if you come on over here, well, it's at 3 to -5. So, this planet is very, very cold, which is why we're mostly sending dupes through suits. But we are slowly strip mining this place. The good news is this one's easy because we actually have chlorine here. You need bleach stone to run hot tubs, so not absolutely awful. We did finish the luxury room, which was get a room, so that is completed. That was what this little room here is. So yeah, mostly it's just trying to warm up stuff and get things to reasonable levels at this point. Also, how is the asteroid mining going? Remaining 2,682 kilograms. 1,800. Okay. I'm thinking for today, and we got research done last time. We've gotten a lot of other stuff functionally operational. The big push is to get Rudabo cleaned up. And then we head over to the water world. And we put some rovers down. I've been shipping materials over there for a while. I think it's time that we actually start shipping igneous rock over to start building out the base. Because the water world, as listed, is, well, it's all water. There's very small land mass that can be built on. So I need to actually bring the materials from the other planets and have them do most of the work. Means I need to turn off glass real quick. Raw minerals, and I need igneous rock. Got glass there, copper ore here. Drop that on the ground, that's fine. Igneous rock, there we go. Also, we do have a nuclear reactor down here. For reference, I did core out the planet. And all of this used to be magma. And, well, I replaced it with a nuclear reactor. Because it's more efficient that way. Who needs a planetary core when you can just shove your nukes in there instead? I'm pretty content with that. Also, I do need to check one more thing before we continue. Oh, yeah, that's totally making... running like shit. Yeah, I have no idea. Running anything through Twitch right now, through the app or from just the desktop manager, is just making ONI run like garbage. I have no idea what's going on. I close it and it's fine. I have no idea. It's super weird. That shouldn't be a thing, but it is. I don't know why. Let's see. We can use cobalt. Actually, cobalt or gold. Either one should be fine. So now we'll get our tuning up mission completed. I need to repurpose one of my rockets for drone deployment. I'm debating if we want to send the dupes down at the same time. I kind of don't want to. I think we'll do 2 drone drops. One for the first setup of the base on the water world, and then the second one, the drones will, well, the rovers will mostly be used for ladder construction. That way we can go gather the rest of the materials that fell in the water. How's my nuclear core looking? Oh, as deadly as ever. We're at 710,687 kilograms worth of mass in a single tile. I'm pretty content with that. That's a metric crapload of radiation. All of it rocket fuel. Okay, that should be all of our igneous rock that we need. It's not even the pips. Like, I'm just checking frame rates here while I'm looking around. I come up here and it's a little bit laggier, but I don't. It's definitely not the poke shells. They can't even move. For reference, I can check their navigation. None of that's causing a problem. Pips, how about you guys? What's your navigation here? Should be just the room, right? Yes. Dupe should mostly have access to the whole base. Yep. I wonder if Rudabo's causing lag problems. Probably not. It's gonna take forever to worm that up. And clean that up real quick. You know what? We have enough gold. I just make it temperature medium source, and then cross our fingers and hope. Dupes, if you could move that over just a tad, that'd be great. You're standing in 47 degrees centigrade material, like gas, and you're telling me it's cold. I would assume down here maybe because it's 10, but in 43, come on. Tile 19.5. The water and ice is fighting me. Oh crap, they broke the information again. Like it's off the screen because of the last hotfix. That's actually annoying. Now we have the actual database, so it should be fine. So I need to get it to negative 0.6. Technically positive 1.6. It should state change to 2.6. That's when the game starts calculating state change materials. How are you guys doing? You're glum, but you're fine. Okay, the water's up to 4 degrees. The ice is at 1.1. That should slowly change. Now then, we need to finish this ladder, I think. Gonna have the dupes do a straight shot all the way down, and they can build out the rest afterwards. I need to actually strip mine this entire place. And probably extract all the chlorine. Maybe. Puffed, can you make a squeaky puff so that way we can solve this problem? If I can get a squeaky puff down there, I don't have to worry about it. They'll just eat all of it. Okay, so they should get in that one. Hey, unreachable dig. What? Eh. No, you can. Okay, that's weird. I think it's just a messed up warning. There it goes. That's because I save loaded the game, that's what's going on. Okay, that'll be fine. Water, we're still doing okay on. Okay, you are getting pretty close to full. Should have another burst of excess water dumped out. Probably not into space, but sometimes you just gotta dump. Temperature check, 180. 4, good. That's still falling. That's what I want to see. There's Frag. There's Proto. There's Frag. Okay. I might need to prevent, I want to prevent Spoon from doing this. Debating. Spoon. Spoon. You ran all the way down here to build this instead of actually helping me. God damn it. This is what I was talking about when I said I might need to prevent Spoon from doing what they're doing. I would prefer them to build from the top down because it's closer and faster, but apparently they don't want to do that. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh my goodness. You guys good in there? Yes. Stop with these squeaky posts. Oh my goodness. They definitely buffed Puffs. Every time I come back here, I see more. Oh my goodness. That is a ridiculous amount of them. CO2 vented into space. Need it. Okay, dupes, can you guys like build from the top down? There. This way it's only Frey helping. So I'd rather have my digger builder do this stuff rather than just my super builder. I'd rather have Spoon working on this. And proto. So, okay, Spoon. Back in the base you go. Because you can't dig and build at the same time because of your current traits. So, you just stay in there and help build this thing. And yes, hopefully once we get this warm enough, I should be able to just utilize the heater here for our hot tub. As at the beginning, it's going to be dumping it to here, and then eventually I will be porting it up and around to our recreational chamber. Which I'm probably going to shove here, or possibly here. Because I can just ball this in, remove the exosuit forage, scoot it over, and then go from there. But we do need a working hot tub here. Like, that is a given, and it has to be done. So, need to get rid of that. Okay, should be all fine. Melt tells up to 22 degrees. Ice is getting close to melting. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Nope. Also, we have some new blueprints. What do we get? Oh. Orange and white. A new one. I think it actually was. Right diagonal. I still want full cobalt. I need that for a room. We'll get it eventually. We definitely need to get it. Oops. Even bring him there? We'll move you there. Oh, I don't need to worry about you. Well, one of the pips got out. Let me just mop that up real quick. Thanks, Spoon. .2 degrees. Come on. We're trying. I want to melt that. What's Drabola doing? One of the few ones I'm a little bit worried about because of the water situation, but they're holding for now. That's why we need to get this thing online as soon as possible. So this is below 160. It should be fine. Okay. This is way above its melting point, so we're fine. This will be outputting a polluted oxygen gas at 500 degrees centigrade. Gold melts at 1063.9, so this is perfectly safe. And now look, it definitely is. I still feel like I am not outputting enough materials. Nope, right above toilets. 6 browser tabs, eating 40% CPU. Just, oh my god. What do you have open in Faust? That sounds terrible. I had one tab open specifically for Twitch on Chrome, and it was only 2%, but I mean, it was affecting ONI really badly for some reason. I used 6 for 40. What the hell? That's marginally terrifying. Your poor RAM. Your poor CPU. Old CPU. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we've got... crap. Give me a second. We have bathroom warnings. Needs to be taken care of. Nope. Nope. Right. You need to go to the bathroom. Go back. There you go. Good job, dude. Miracle, it's still working. You know what? That's fair. Oh no! Frank, you're in the bathroom! You made it, and yet you didn't. Because you went back for the plastic, isn't it? Yeah, well. I got it cleaned up. .8, 1.9. Yeah, it's got to get higher than that. So 2.6. Okay. And that's 2.6 with 521.7 kilograms of water. Most of this will take a little bit to warm up. It'll get there eventually. It's going to take some time. Unironically, Spoon's the one having the worst time. Spoon. Oh, go up there. I blame Chromium. You know what? I blame Chromium too. That's fair. Okay, morale is fixed. Are you taking that? Yeah. Head in there. Get your morale boost. Yeah, we just gotta get the ladder done. It is. It's just, it's also making it more of a hassle in other ways too. And it's also chewing through RAM because people aren't optimizing. Yep. Well, it's not even just that. It's just they aren't optimizing their pages anymore. Because why do I need to optimize when it will just run on Chromium anyway? It's like, bruh. Please code your stuff a little bit better. Or at least go back through and fix it on up so it doesn't blow shit up. We've had a lot of issues before. I think most people have. Oh, so much petroleum. So much fuel. It's beautiful. I can do so much with it too. I'm still debating if I want to convert it into sour gas and then freeze it. It's super tempting. 28 megabytes of RAM and everything was working smoothly. Bruh. Oh my god. I don't miss that. Personally, it's like, can I just have optimized amount of RAM usage? Please? That's all I ask. The rest of that could be whatever, but I want that one. I want that solved. More important. Also, I think it is time that I seal this room up a little bit more. Can't do that one yet. I need to mop that up first. And then I can seal that. At least kitchen is well optimized. True, true. It is actually really well optimized, weirdly enough. But again, I mean, when you have that much money to work on a freaking video game, it better be optimized. If it can't run on everything and you have that much funds, you've made a mistake. You need to work. You need to fix it. Yeah, Steam can sometimes, like the actual client can sometimes crap the bed. Let's see, what do we got? Sand. Loner rocketry with small bladder. Steve, you're actually quite nice. I just wish you had more interests. Damn it. Not a bad dupe. He's gonna be alone in a rocket all the time, so it would be perfectly fine, but it's just, he doesn't have any other interests, so it's really hard for me to want to pick him up, because it's only 8. And want to use more resources on the actual game. Yes, looks at Trove. Life client, I'm looking at you. Oh man. That's not a bad Steve. If he had farming, or he had cooking, or he had building, he would be a shoo-in. They call it sand and back at main base, so we can make it into glass. That is not a bad Steve. This was earlier on in the playthrough and I needed a rocketry pilot. That's a guaranteed pick right there. Even got a small bladder so we can make extra water. Because weirdly enough, small bladder is actually a positive in this game. For whatever reason, they didn't balance food consumption based off of small bladder, so if your dupes go to the bathroom more often, they generate more water than the amount of actual calories that they use. So they're actually water positive. It's definitely a weird one. And it's not an insignificant amount of water. Everything here is mostly taken care of. Still getting all my tungsten. I still need to solve that problem at some point. All that's nice up. Bit of water here. Everything else working. It can be, yes. Like if you're playing Badlands. Badlands is definitely one of those you really want to have small bladder tubes. They're very effective at their job. Like, not only are you a very good dupe that can run around the map and do everything that I need you to do, you're also generating twice as much water as the rest of the dupes. Good job, dupe. Your IBS is saving the day. It's terrible, but true. I just wish I could fit this a little bit better. It's just not possible as of current. For anyone wondering what this is a giant radiator. All of my volcanoes are outputting liquid metal, and we're converting it into solids and then cooling it down. And it's all going through this system. The big downside, obviously, is we can't have any of this exposed. I have small amounts here and there pieces exposed, but for the most part, we're trying our best to keep everything in a vacuum or sealed in. And it all comes out at about room temperature. And over here, this is to hopefully improve our water situation on this planet. I will need to start this closed. I will have to vent this entire room first before we do anything. I'm probably going to do supercooling on this side and then import it. Actually, no. It's going to be too tedious to do. And we'll do it through here. Now let's get sealed in from there. And also, I need to send this over to Ridevo as we recover our rocket pilots back to base. You guys can begin your journey back. We'll get the rovers strapped to Gene's rocket. What was Nick in there? Yeah, Gene, you're going to be getting some rovers soon, so you'll be fine. But he'll be doing some runs on this planet to drop them off. Get the ball rolling. That should work out perfectly fine. Off they go. I always enjoy the tube system. Even if it's not really that practical, when your tubes can move around at like the speed of sound. It's just nice being able to put them where they need to be immediately. Been tuned up. Check, make sure we got somebody who's doing it. Be operating and toggling. Check. No. Should be doing it. Oh god. Yeah, I will never understand why sometimes we get a hotfix and then the text just... This happens. Only one duplicate can maybe assigned to the station at a time. But then if I move it up... It's so sad. It's so confusing and concerning. Nope, Bear's doing it. Thanks, Bear. Yeah, we just need 100 tune-ups, and then we've got it. Pretty sure. What is your skill right now? Yeah, 26 with 22. Goodness. Does this require sciencing? Tinker. I always forget what this one requires. His construction is insane, his machinery is insane, athletics capped. I think he's missing really is science and cuisine and creativity. I've almost thought about doing a point where we do all dupes to creativity. At least all that can do it. And then see if it's even possible to get like 42 dupes to be max every stat. That would be so tedious, it's not worth the effort. You're looking at a 6,000 cycle base. Oh, gloves. Okay. Oh, he'll just be doing that from now on until we get the 100 tune-ups, and then that's achievement done. Very easy to do, once you get to this point anyway. I wouldn't recommend it until you have an infinite source of renewable refined metals. Once you get that, you're good. Can we loot all of these? My sleep wheat farm is slowly growing. Eventually it will be feeding everything. Or so. It'll be feeding the very angry plant. Because some genius scientist decided to make a cyborg out of a plant. I mean, I'll give him credit. It makes resin, thus it is extremely important. Still. Okay, how you guys doing over Rudabo? You are not crafting what I want you to do. Also, how is the radiation over here? Mostly contained. Bathrooms are irradiated, so that's fine. Bedrooms, I would prefer it not to be, but nothing you can do about it. Fine, 31 kilograms, 2 degrees. It's getting there. It should hopefully turn that on. Once the liquid temperature turns on, it should solve all my problems. Bigger, more long-standing issue is we need to get polluted water up here. Now we do have a bunch of piss water laying around. Very small amounts. I'll probably freeze before we get the chance to do anything with it. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 at this point. Turns morale's back up to 29, so we're okay there. Really want them to get this done so they can just dig out the rest. Once you get the vertical shafts completed with ladders, you're just finished. Because it's really easy to clean up the rest. Actually, while we're waiting, where to designate the hot tub? I'm almost thinking we will sit and shove it on this side. Not to even fit there. Pretty sure it was 4, right? No, it's 5. Nope, that won't fit. Size requirements are a problem. I don't really want to shove it in here, but I think it might actually be a wise decision to do so. So dumb. I could shove it down here. Ladder our way over. Eventually these batteries need to go into a steam room. I'm almost thinking we're going to shove a steam room down here. Just a small one. As I can pretty much just put it in this general area. Yeah, screw it. That'll work. So we can do one there and one here. Do not make that out of lead, please. Just make it out of gold. Corner edge, corner edge. Could also connect it on this side. You know what? Yeah. Let me do it. All the gold. Check. If I want the entrance, do the entrance down here. Make sure it's buildable by the dupes. Space to go in here. And the bigger issue is probably want to take this wire and take it straight down. Most of the smaller wire stuff needs to be cleaned up anyway. So we'll just take the main spine through here. I'll have to connect it to the side. So let me clean this up a bit. Yeah, we'll have a vacuum chamber here, and the connection point will be there. So, how much gold do we have? Plenty. And you go there and there. And this will be able to connect to any machinery that we have in here, including large batteries. And we can put the transformers in there too. And that'll rejig the entire power system, so we can clean all of this up except the hydrogen generator. That can all be moved. And I can centralize the power on... Yeah, I'll be able to centralize the power on this line here. And connect this straight down to there so we can clean that up. And that'll be our little mini industrial brick for this place. We don't need anything big. It's all it has to be able to do is maintain enough power and water generation for a single dupe with a hot tub. That is it. Food-wise, well, we definitely need to improve the food situation, so maybe a small sleet wheat farm? Maybe nosh beans? I don't know. I mean, nosh beans have always been terrible, but... And we need to mutate one for the achievement, so... In theory, it should be fine. I think. I don't know. We will see. Oh, our water situation is going fine. That's working. Mostly recycling. Oh, recycling everything but the CO2, at least as of current. There are slicksters that are slowly being made on up, but it's definitely not enough yet. And personally, I do see molten slicksters in here, so we may end up getting petroleum. But in all honesty, it should be fine. Because they'll just get dumped out up here. And then if we need to, we can always filter the petroleum out later. I still feel like I want to put a sour gas boiler on this side here. Dupes, if you would not mind moving that, that would be great. So burst flames. The rest of that should be fine if it falls in there. Oh, it'll land up here, so it's okay. Ooh, I will be right back. I need to go use the restroom real quick. Here be chat. I shall leave you with the pips. Ah, I am back. The pips are doing perfectly fine. I don't really have a solution to this planet yet. Not with a limited crew. That's the problem. Keep trying to think how we're gonna make power on here. And this output's at 500C, but it easily disintegrates its own energy, so... In theory, I could recapture the heat from this, and that would do it. Mostly just need to get a steam turbine down here. And that would solve quite a bit of problems. How are you guys doing? Ah, they're both rocketing back. Good, good, good. Let's see. Okay. Spoon should be allowed back through. Oops, can you please finish that? Digging up the rest of this is... There's a priority to it, but we can deal with it later. Already grabbed that item. Oh, yeah, I do need to get a dash of salt vine at some point and mutate it. Oh man, there's so many plants that need GMOK. Roto? There he goes. he was not able to process the information effectively. Frey, can you go that way? Thank you. And we need to lock that and lock that. Okay. Now they can't go through that door, and this place. One joyous seed coming right up. Put that there. Thank you, Spoon. Core item 1. No industrial machinery. No more comfy beds. Why are you not... Let me guess. I need 2 bedrooms worth. What says 1 or more? One or more comfy beds, no cots, no additional machinery, minimum size 12, maximum size 64, decor item 1. Minimum height 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Size 30. But then rack. Don't know. You know what, Spoon? You get the bed for now. I don't know why it's not counting it when it should be. Oh well. It'll be fine. Okay, mark those. We should be able to get started on that pretty quickly. Okay, and now officially seal this in. Kind of. I gotta get the CO2 out of there. This is totally gonna take some damage, but it should be fine for now. This needs to be organic. Dirt, rock pile, slime, just in case. And connect. Okay, that should hopefully solve our water situation. Hey, Thimbleweed. Need that here. Allergies, no. Allergies, no. Anemic, no. Valdo, I'm sorry. Mima, Joshua, you guys too. You guys got... That is pain. That's not happening. I'll take the Thimbleweed here and hopefully get that naturally planted so I don't have to think about it. Let me stop that. We need to scoot this out of here first. Yeah, we need to clean this all up first before I do anything. That's of the utmost importance. Need you guys to scoot that over. We get the CO2 out of there. Going in at -9, coming out at about... Might pop this. We gotta get the CO2 out of there. And a little bit extra water flow down, that's fine. And I need to install that. Okay. Now the fun begins. That actually needs to be lowered. Yeah, I need to bring this down to here. And we can have the water up to about there. After that, it's got to shut off. Okay, so all of our heating for our water situation is now fixed. Also means I can technically run the hot tub if I so choose. As long as the water is warm enough to send. Probably need to re-insulate those two pipes there because that is no longer needed. Okay, so that's complete. This is or below 500, then you should be clear to go. Okay. And you need to stop exchanging water. This is going to freeze down here, so it doesn't really matter too much. If there's CO2 freezing, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But it is not, so we're safe. That could be bad. The radiation... And... still doing good. Okay. What that means it is time to connect the pipes. I also need to dismantle from here over. And also this. Okay. Once all that piping has been cleaned up, we can reattach where this liquid pipe jumps. And we can put our shutoff valve here for temperature control. Okay, that solves this place's water situation. Because now we have an infinite water supply of polluted water that's being converted. The only issue is sand. So I need to make a way to ship sand into this room automatically, which I'm pretty sure we already did. We started it, but we didn't finish. That was the issue. Okay, so that's currently dropping off materials right in the middle. This was for that system. Yes. So that's our drop point. There to here. This is the manual one. Means I need an auto sweeper that can grab from there. And we can filter sand. As the only input. Regolith. Also, double check. We're approaching 8,000 wires. Oh man, running all these bases is rough. Okay, so we're averaging about 18 to 20. Which is very good news. And construction-wise, let me up that one. Make sure everybody's back from the rockets. They are. I gotta dump everything off. That's Stella's rocket. Once that gets emptied, we're changing nose cones. Because it is time. Also, I could probably get rid of this one. Research is done. I feel like I should leave it for posterity reasons, but I think we might want to move it. Like move the rocket over to here. Can I keep it as like a museum piece or something? Doesn't block light, so as you can see. I could just shove it over here in the far corner. Sixers seem to be doing fine. Temperature 22 degrees, 21. That's all stable. I think we finally stabilized that area so it's not fluctuating so much anymore. Might still be a little bit up or down, but it's definitely better than what it used to be. Okay, sending off more water. Still at 300. Well, it's going down in temperature. We're slowly sapping the heat from the environment and leaking it into space to get rid of it. It is working, it's just working very slowly. Our water tanks are filling up. That's good to see. I need to part more supercoolant. That's what I need to do. No, not all. Not all. Very good. No. Super coolant. Also, so many little dudes. You there. You there. And you there. There's a way to automate this, but there's not enough space in here for me to do it. So, we're just manually delivering all of them. There we go. They should all be sorted now without much issue. Yeah, significant hazard. I'll be fine. What are you guys holding up over here on Friddle? Actually doing okay. I still don't know how we're gonna fit the thing in. Don't know. Oh, our sleep meat farm is working pretty well. I think they're perfectly safe at this point. I just gotta be careful with the water, as you can see. I can probably disable the wheels at this time. Are you guys both at max athletics? I need to check your stats before we do this. Athletics 20. Athletics 20. Okay. Yeah, we can disable the wheels now. Thank you, the... We can almost exclusively run off the petroleum generator. Bigger problem. How much oxygen are we actually consuming, or are we leaking it somewhere that I'm not seeing? Our water is being used for both cleaning and oxygen. Temperatures are staying at around 30, which is where we want it. And one of these should be more than enough. Second. Yeah. One of these can easily overhandle, no problem. We had extra oxygen in there? Oh yeah, we do. 125 kilograms. Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. Crap. Means we need an off-gas tank nearby. Preferably not to blow out their eardrums. Should be right there. Yep. Just make it out of gold. And let's see if I can find a spot for it. There should be fine. I really wish you could hook up an atmosphere check with this. You can't. But it's one of those I really wish it would. Now the good news is that the excess polluted water just goes right back into the system. That's fine. It's all filtered. Yeah, I think we've been overproducing oxygen at this time. Okay. That should slowly refilter the system back in. We've got a lot of waste oxygen laying around that really needs to be dealt with. As in used. Okay, someone's already done. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that one. So we'll repurpose this to cap with 2 drones. And then we'll get our 2 little drone rovers over here to do all of the work that we need to do. Looks like we already sent over to Dripola. Super coolant. Turn it off real quick. We're at 278 kilograms. Empty storage there. I do need to send over nuclear waste at some point and then put naphtha above it. That should be fine after that point. But have they completed the construction? Almost, actually. Mop. Need to mop up all that, clean it out. Check the wiring. It is complete. That's there, and that's there. We need to add, we'll use igneous rock. Slap it there, and that will and do that. Okay. So we will get the hot polluted oxygen vent online soon. Gotta get super coolant into this pipe. And then we should be good to go. Once everything else has been made. And yes, I will eventually replace all of this petroleum with supercoolant. It's just not yet. Got to get over here first. More efficient and power efficient to use it, so that's how we'll be doing it in the future. Just mostly stabilized over here. We have automated water purification with large storage tank. I could probably actually add a storage tank down here. There's enough room. I left space. You know, or maybe heard of a new Magical Girls anime? There's been a couple. A couple of them have been, how can I put it? Over the top. And you know what? We'll do 2 tanks. The most popular this season? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't put it past the internet. Almost thinking that we move this junction over, then come back up and around. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh god. Infesto. It was a trap. This is gonna look like spaghetti, but it'll actually work. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, Infest. That was a mistake. I keep up with most of the shows anyway because, you know, three show rule. But I also have to keep up with it because I have to... I normally get asked a lot about them every season. Number 2, I have to keep up because Frey and others need me to give them an answer on it. It's 3 minutes silent for... Man down. Man down. Oh no. Well, at least you tried. At least you gave it an A for effort. Yeah, it is. Very much in a good way. But yeah. Yep. Can you, like, not do that? You don't have any food in there either. I like how they planted an ash bean naturally here. God damn it, Pips. Yeah, I know. But still. Yeah. Okay, so once this tank fills up, these 2 tanks will fill, and then the excess water will just sit. And I'm pretty sure the water won't hit anything dangerous, so we should be fine. I also have this much water to get through as a backup, and this thing doesn't stop really. So I think we're good on that front. That's fair. That is. Yep. Yep. I do find it funny that they found it on a whim and it's like, hey, Pastel! uh... Now the bigger question, can they stick the landing? That's the bigger question for that show. Okay, so that's pretty much prepared for next. We're really getting close to that 2-hour mark I want to finish off on. Like 2096. Yeah, we've been going for a while. I think this is a good stopping point. I think next episode we will get that online. Maybe. Probably. I just gotta get the super cool system. Check the one is being delivered. That's here. The last one. Oh, yep. Yeah. Yeah, that would do it. Should be able to stop something. I think. Don't actually need that much for this little tiny cooling loop, and we could probably eventually use the rest of the We just gotta pull out all the super payload opener. Yeah, it was. I remember that as well. That one was funny. It shouldn't have been, but it was. It was quite funny that it happened. Everyone was like, how did this happen? And, well, Japan was just raised their hands and went, oops. Yeah, I know. Like, mistakes were made. How bad? Yeah, they would have been Adult Swim for sure. Or equivalent, I should say. Oh, also, Infest. You haven't actually been here for a while since doing ONI, since we got the liquid sulfur geyser. But working quite well. This is actually capable of being stepped on now. Without killing the dupes. I think... oh, no. One tile that they can't touch. Everything else relatively safe? Yep. It's getting closer and closer to being completely excavatable at this point. This was the Flippallen, the flipped asteroid. We're using liquid sulfur to cool down the area. Liquid sulfur comes out at 165.2. All of this is 1,100 plus. Most of it was 1,800 to start anyway, so we've been cooling it down. I'm mostly just using the environment to turn it into a gas, and then use the gas to cool down the environment itself. It's all being vented into space. I mean, it's free, so it's a free cooling source down to 165. I have no complaints with that. Beetles. Ooh, more pips. Free copper though. Gourmet, yokel, nope. Kitchen menace. Yeah. Not bad on the operating though. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let me jump back over here. Let me call in the pips. I'm hoping at least one of them survives long enough to plant them. They can plant in regolith problem. If we can get some plants down, this will start working itself through. I need to start deconstructing this. And I need to add... Not trail, but I need rope. That's gotta go. But anyway, I need to add a cap on top. There we go. And we switch this cargo bay for... and we move the rover up. Nope, I didn't get a Draco balloon. Okay. We'll designate the target now. We'll be orbiting around there. Probably need to fill the rest of this with plastic. Module, build. I do love how good smooth this is now. There we go. Like, this is a nice rocket system in any video game. It's really nice. Yeah, we'll get the rocket all nice and prepared, and we'll launch it next time. But I do believe we have one last blueprint to check. And... slouch slime. Damn it. Okay, dupes. Well, you guys get sucks now. This is fine. Okay. Cycle 2906. Save. There we go. Okay. Oh. Lots and lots of planning, lots of micro things, more achievements in the works. We're getting closer and closer to being completely finished. After doing testing as well, because last week I decided to do a little test run of the space station, and I could make it, but I do not believe launching it into the rift is a good idea. In testing, it crashed every single time. I don't think it's going to be possible to actually launch the satellite into the rift. I think we can launch the rocket into the rift with the dupe. But building the actual space station that I want to build, we will build it. But I don't think I can send it to the actual spatial rift without it completely destroying the game. I tried in testing, and the computer could not take it. So we'll still build the station. Once the station is complete, then we'll launch it and actually take the other dupe to the main base, and then send a shitty rocket with him in it, and enough supplies to not really care, but not enough to crash the game. That should be serviceable. I mean, it's possible, but it might explode. I'm really hoping it works. That's all I can say on that front.